everyone, welcome back to ErikaBuilds and another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are in the world of Willow Creek working on a spring themed family home. If you liked my last video of the spring themed apartment, I think you'll probably really like this house because it is a pastel explosion of color with lots and lots of flowers in the yard. So it's just crazy springtime build for this video. It's a 30 by 20 lot called House Law. It's in Willow Creek, which is typically an empty lot. And I wanted this house to be kind of small, but for a big family. A lot of times people will leave comments saying that my houses are a little bit too big for what they're looking for. And so I kind of wanted to do a house that was a little more on the smaller side that would fit on a 30 by 20 lot, but that would still have room for families that have, you know, multiple kids and pets. So I didn't use a reference photo for this house. Basically, I just had the idea to make sort of like a craftsman country sort of house. I don't know what you would really classify it as, but I just wanted something that would really be good for springtime. So I definitely wanted to have big front and back porches because I wanted to have lots of potted plants and flowers and lots of stuff for outside, lots of outdoor decor and landscaping and stuff like that. So I kind of just started building and, you know, just kind of to see what would happen. And the house itself is actually pretty simple. It's a 2-story design. It doesn't have like a lot of complicated, you know, architecture or roof design or anything like that. So it gave me plenty of time to work on decorating and thinking about the color schemes and themes and stuff that I wanted to use, which was kind of nice. This build uses all packs freely. And like I said, a big family, it can sleep a maximum of 6 Sims. Plus I've also included items for pets. So it could be a pretty big family. The way I did the bedrooms was the master bedroom is down on the first floor, and then there are 4 kids' bedrooms upstairs, and the kids' bedrooms are pretty small. The house is very compact, but it does have high ceilings, which I think helps it not feel quite too cramped. But the kids' bedrooms are pretty small. There's only 1 bathroom upstairs, so all the kids share a bathroom. And then the parents have their own bathroom down on the first floor. As far as the exterior, the windows are a combination of the craftsman style windows from Get Famous mixed with windows from Cats and Dogs, and then that big window off of the kitchen is from Laundry Day. So yeah, when I started working on the exterior colors, I was playing around here with lots of different pastels. As you can see, I was looking at blue and green and yellow. And in the end, I decided to go with this kind of creamy yellow color. I just felt like it was really bright and matched, you know, the spring vibe, but also it was neutral enough that the flowers would really pop against all the light woodwork and siding and stuff. And then for the roof material, I chose the rounded scalloped shingles because I think that has very much like a cutesy kind of design to it. And I wanted this house to be really over the top when it comes to just charm and you know, kind of this Easter sort of look to it. I did put a few of the like eggs that you can get in the, I don't know what they are. They're like those different painted eggs that you can get in the game, and I don't know what they're from. Are they from City Living? I don't know. I can't remember. But I did put some of those inside the house. So that was as close as I could get to having any kind of Easter decor. But yeah, so once I finished the outside, I started working on the interior. You can see I was just putting a switchback staircase. Oh, I had a message the other day, someone asking how to do that. And I will give you a little tip. The same thing that I said to them is if you're having trouble getting your stairs to do the full switchback like I have here, just pull them out into the yard and get them all, rotated, and then drop them back in the house. And it works so much better because the way the stairs adjust, they will not move into places where there are existing walls. And so a lot of times if you're trying to make that real sharp turn, the stairs won't do it because it's trying to move into an area where there's a wall. But if you do it out in the yard, you have the freedom to move the stairs, in every direction. And then once you get them in the shape design that you want, you can then just pick it up and drop it into the house. So that's just a little tip that I find makes it easier to get the stairs in the set, pattern that you're looking for. Here on the first floor, like I said before, the master bedroom is on this floor, and then the rest is just family living space. It's a kitchen. It's a big eat-in kitchen because there's no formal dining room in this house, so the dining set is inside the kitchen. And then there's a living room and a home office. There is no laundry room in this house, and there are no laundry machines. So if you want to do laundry, probably what you'll have to do is convert one of the 5 bedrooms into a laundry room. So if your family doesn't need, 5 bedrooms, you could very easily transform one of the extra bedrooms into a laundry room. Here in the kitchen, I used cabinets and wallpaper from Parenthood. No surprise. I feel like that's all I ever use. But for this particular design, when I was looking for something spring-like and pastel, I just felt like, Parenthood was a no-brainer, that it would just have to be that pack. And I really liked using the blue. Really all of the colors in this house are very much in the theme of like what I would consider Easter type colors. If you think about, decorating eggs and Easter candy and like the color of Peeps. I don't know why I kept thinking about Peeps as I was decorating. So you'll see lots of blue and green and yellow and pink and lavender. And yeah, this house has just got every pastel color imaginable. The living room here, which is just adjacent to the kitchen, is kind of small, but it's very cozy. I used these 2 couches from My First Pet Stuff, which I feel like I'm using in every build this week. I don't know why I keep using them, but it's fun to make that shape. And then also it's really good for like small rooms because this living room is not very big. So that definitely freed up more space, and there's a fireplace in there and a wall-mounted TV and a couple of armchairs, and that's about it. It's a pretty small living room. And then here I'm just back working in the kitchen again because I was having a heck of a time finding a dining room set that would match. These cabinets from Parenthood are kind of interesting because they are blue, but they are a shade of blue that doesn't really match a lot of swatches. And so at first I was using some blue furniture from Cats and Dogs, and I don't know, every time I looked at it, I just felt like it was clashing. So I went back in and pulled out this dining room set from Parenthood because I knew, since it came, from the same pack, that it would be closer to match in the shade of blue. And then, of course, I struggled forever trying to find a rug, which I feel like is the story of this entire build. It's just hours of me trying to find rugs. when you're dealing with this white wood floor, I think rugs are really important because the floor is really, really bright. And you need rugs to break up that brightness. But of course, the trick is finding rugs that will match the furniture. And so finally I found that one from Backyard Stuff Pack, and I think it matched pretty well. And then the rug in the living room is from Discover University. So yeah, using lots of different packs to try to find as many things as I could that were in that same shade. As I was finishing up the kitchen and the living room furniture, before I got into decorating it really heavily, I wanted to spend some time looking at colors for the other rooms, because when you have a house like this where the colors are very vibrant, I think it's super, super important that they blend together, and I didn't want anything to clash. And so I took some extra time trying out various different paint colors and wallpapers until I had the exact combination of colors that would match all the rooms of the house. The furniture in this entryway, again, I'm sticking to the same kind of color scheme of all these really bright blues and greens. The table is from Laundry Day, and then this tall sort of cupboard that you're seeing here is from Cats and Dogs. So I'm just kind of doing the typical entryway stuff. I've got coats and umbrellas and the thermostat, and then a little hall table with flowers and books. And then over here on this side is an area for like backpacks and stuff. So it's a pretty big entryway, and it has kind of an interesting shape just because I was working around the shape of the stairs. So I had some struggles there trying to find artwork that would match on that long wall. Then back in the living room, again, looking for more artwork. I was trying to find stuff that would still be in that blue and green and yellow and white palette, and that took quite a lot of just searching over and over. You would think I would have everything memorized by now, but sometimes even racking my brain, I can't think of what's going to match. And then the colors in this office are mostly blue and white. I'm using these curtains from Parenthood again, which are the same ones that I used in the kitchen and in the living room. These Craftsman windows from Get Famous don't really have a lot of curtain options that fit them, and so shrinking down those Parenthood curtains works pretty well, because then it'll be the correct width, and then it doesn't cover up the entire window, so you still can let in some sunlight. And then the furniture in here is white. So this computer I was imagining mostly for the parents to use, but it is, I guess, like a family type of office, although the two older kids do have computers in their bedrooms. So if you had a sim that was a freelancer working from home, this could definitely be a home office that they could use. This was right around the time that my game completely froze, and I ended up having to just stop in the middle and totally restart everything. I don't know what was going on, but I'm still struggling with having issues with my game freezing up sometimes, and I don't know why it's happening. But anyway, you'll notice that it kind of cuts away for a second. And when I came back, I decided to work on the landscaping because I sort of lost my train of thought. And that happens pretty regularly for me. If I get interrupted in the middle of a room, it's hard to like jump back in and remember what I was doing. So I ended up working on the landscaping, but I didn't record any of that because I spent a really, really long time placing tons of flowers and stuff, and it would have made this video crazy long. And so once I finished then I came back in and worked some more on the decor. Here in the kitchen, it's a small sort of kitchen area because of the dining room set really takes away a lot of space. But I did leave one kitchen cabinet empty. So your sim shouldn't have any trouble cooking in this kitchen. And of course it has everything you'll need: fridge, stove, microwave, dishwasher, sink. And most of the decor is kind of the country style, family style decor. I was trying to use a lot of plants and flowers pretty much in every room of this house, because when I think about spring, I think about flowers. And so I'm trying to put flowers everywhere. There's where I stuck some pet food bowls, and you got a little tiny sneak peek of the landscaping there as I spun the camera around. Here's where I'm just still trying to find more artwork that will match, and I ended up using quite a lot of base game artwork just because I needed things that had white frames. Then here in the front of the house is the master bedroom. It's kind of small, but there was enough room for a double bed, which I thought was important. And I went with a very light blue, kind of like an icy blue and silver and white design for this room. When I zoom back away from the house and I look at the whole first floor, I wanted all of these blues and greens and aqua and turquoise and all these colors to kind of blend together and match each other. And so that was kind of the goal I was going for with that. Since I didn't have tons of room in here, I used the smallest chest, which came with tiny living, which is really a huge space saver if you're dealing with bedrooms where you don't have a lot of space. And I knew with the bathroom door being right there next to the edge of the bed that it was going to be really important not to block that area. And so that tiny little chest worked perfectly. And just a couple of nightstands there, just adding a few things. You'll probably notice I almost always give everyone a tablet next to the bed. I don't know why, just one of those things. I always think that maybe they like to read in bed, which of course Sims don't do, but you know, that's just something I always think of. And then I cut out a little bit of the recording there because of this was getting to be so long. But basically the next thing I did was the master bathroom, which is kind of small. It just has a shower. There's no tub, but there is a tub upstairs. So if you have toddlers or pets, you'll be able to use the bathroom upstairs. And then for the top of the stairs, this entire upstairs is just dedicated to the kids. And so I wanted this upstairs hall to be very much like the kids zone. This is where all their stuff is. You know, they got their hobby board and their little calendar and table, and they've got like some arts and crafts and pictures and stuff. So everything in this hallway definitely is geared towards the kids. I love this rug from Discovery University because it actually kind of looks like it has Easter eggs on it. They have like these oval, you know, like rounded shapes that look like eggs to me, and so I'm calling this the Easter rug. And the first bedroom here that I'm working on is for a toddler. What I ended up doing was 2 toddler rooms and 2 kids rooms. Well, one of the kids rooms is kind of like a teen, so maybe you could say 1 teen, 1 child, and 2 toddlers. Basically, the reason I did that was just because, number 1, the rooms were small. And number 2, I think toddler stuff is really cute, and you can really do a lot with like pastel colors, and so it just fit with the theme of the house. Like I said, no laundry up here, but you could take one of these bedrooms if you don't need the space for a kid, and you could make one of these into a laundry room. Another thing that's not in this house I thought of later is there is no bar. So I'll mention that as well, because if you're doing like bartending skill building or something, that is not going to work in here. Let's see. Here I was just adding some toddler decor, of course, toddler tablet, toddler building blocks, Once you get ready to age this child up, you might have to get rid of that big stuffed cat at the foot of the bed, or move it somewhere else, just because these toddler beds, are a lot shorter than the regular full-size twin beds. And then right next to the toddler room is another toddler room. This one's just blue and yellow and white, where the other one was mostly pink and yellow and white. And these rugs in both rooms are from my first pet stuff. I think they're really cute, especially for toddlers. And you can see this is a tiny bedroom, but really they have everything they need. They have their bed, they have their dresser, and mirror and toys. So small, but all the important stuff. The furniture in here is from Parenthood, and since I didn't have room for a toy box in this kid's room, I just put some toys on top of the dresser. But there's a toy box in the other toddler room, so they can easily share that one if they need to get inside the toy box. And that mirror is also from Parenthood, and so is the wallpaper. So yeah, lots of Parenthood in this house, which, makes sense because it definitely has a lot of the pastel colors that I was looking for to do this build. One thing I wanted to mention, and kind of slightly off topic here, the coolest thing happened yesterday. I got mentioned on Instagram by The Sims, which has never ever happened to me. I'm still in shock. I don't know. I just never thought that would ever happen. So if you're here because you just found my account recently because of The Sims, welcome. And I'm really happy that you're here. And yeah, that was just so amazing. I had posted an Instagram story of a kitchen from my last build. It was an apartment build. And then I got the notif a few hours later that The Sims had put it into their Instagram story, and it just shocked me. I don't know. I think I might have screamed or gasped or something. But yeah, thank you, Sims team, for doing that, because wow, that was a huge help for my YouTube channel. My video, I think normally my average number of views is 100 to 300 on average. And that video from yesterday already has over 900 views. So thank you to The Sims. I almost want to cry. I'm so happy because I've been doing this channel, for over a year. And to have that little boost, that little help from them was really, really great. So I'm just super appreciative of that little help from them. And if you're here because of that, then I'm really excited to have you. I hope you will go back through my videos and look at some of the other houses that I've built. I think I'm up to about 75 videos. Most of those are speed builds, and then I have a few other videos that are my Parade of Homes series. So those are different than my speed builds because instead of building a house, I'm just kind of touring you through a house that I built previously. So yeah, check those out if you're new, or check them out even if you're not new, if you haven't seen them before. Anyway, back to the build. I am obsessed with this bedroom of hot pink and aqua, I guess, or turquoise. I just think it looks so cool. This would have been my room when I was a teenager. I would have died to have a room like this. I just love the super, super bright colors. I love how everything is matching. That chest from Parenthood matched that bed that bed is also from Parenthood, but it matches the rug. That rug is from City Living, and then the desk I think is Parenthood, and then the bookcase is from the kids stuff pack, and then the curtains are from Seasons. So yeah, it's a bunch of different packs, but I just really like how that room turned out. It's just really, really bold, really bright, and I just really like it. And then the fourth and final bedroom up here, I went with blue and yellow. This bed is from Tiny Living, and a lot of the furniture in here, again, is a mixture of a bunch of different packs. I was just going through, you know how you can sort by color? So I basically just went in to sort by blue and yellow and just started pulling out anything and everything that I could find that was either blue or yellow, and played around with it until it all made sense. That rug that I had at first, the blue was just slightly off. It wasn't really the right shade of blue. So I changed it to this rug of circles because it has basically every shade of blue. So I felt like it matched better. And then yellow was definitely the accent color here, which I chose because of the pillow that is on this bed. So the chest of drawers and the nightstand are both yellow, and then the bookcase is blue, and then the desk is blue and yellow and white. So yeah, everything is super duper matching, which if you've watched my other videos, you know I'm really obsessed with things matching. I like when everything just looks good together and it looks like the same shades or close enough to being the same. So yeah, it was really fun to work in these rooms and just go all out. I feel like because of this theme being spring, and with tomorrow being Easter, well, by the time you watch this, it will be Easter. It would be kind of fun to just really go crazy with these colors. The laptop there, that is from Strangerville. That's a bright blue laptop. And again, another Easter egg. You could almost go on an Easter egg hunt throughout this house to look to see where I ended up putting Easter eggs. Yeah, so this I was just imagining for a kid, but it could be for a teen. I would say either of these bedrooms, these last two bedrooms, could be for a kid or a teen. I made sure they had laptops and music, and of course, all the regular kid decor that you would expect to see. So yeah, I think this is the last room of the house. Since I didn't record the landscaping, I'd left a little bit here at the very end of the video of me doing some exterior lighting, just so you get a better look at the flowers. Here I'm just doing like some lighting for the downstairs. Just kind of what you've probably noticed in other videos that I'm constantly going back and forth to change the color of the lights. And so I just thought, this will save time. I'll just wait and do them all at the end. And then I'll only have to change the lights once. So then I went into that set color and intensity and dialed it all back to white. So yeah, now here I have gone into night mode so I can do some exterior illumination. You can get a good look at all the flowers and the garden area. I've got this like garden party set up in the backyard with a big dining table. Maybe it's an Easter party or a birthday party. I was just thinking to make it really festive, and so that's all under a tree with the lanterns hanging, so I just think that looks really pretty. And there's a pool back here and a garden. So yeah, I hope you guys like this build. Don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know what you think, and like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with everything that I'm working on. So enjoy the screenshots and have a great holiday weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.